Good afternoon, everyone. I'm First Alert Meteorologist CJ Cartledge here. We're expecting the continuation of dry weather as we move into the start of this new week, but big changes are still on the way to the Arklatex as we reach the middle to late part of this upcoming work week. Here's our evening planner. Temperatures will be dropping into the lower 70s and upper 60s throughout the early evening hours, reaching into the mid 60s by 11 p.m., while the skies remain mostly clear out there, but we should see some light cloud cover through the evening hours here overhead. Heading into early tomorrow morning, some areas could see some patchy fog out there around the Arklatex outside of the clouds that will be a little bit higher in the skies. Here, temperatures drop into the 50s, mid 50s that is, and some even the upper 50s by early tomorrow morning before rising back into those upper 60s and lower 70s as we reach towards the lunch hour. Highs for tomorrow will be in the lower 70s by Ida Belt and the Queen, more than likely seeing the upper 70s and lower 80s for many areas around I-30 and southward here, as you can see by this graphic. But looking through the next 5 days ahead of us, temperatures will be rising back to levels that we saw this past weekend here, which would be the lower to mid 80s across the region. But big changes are on the way, as mentioned before, by the time we reach our Wednesday, and that will also cause a rise in humidity. As you can see here, due to southerly winds here, we remain comfortable for today, but we should see a rise in that humidity as we move into the work week and especially by next weekend here. Here's a look at our next weather maker. This is the big change that is on the way to the Arklatex, bringing continuous moisture in from the south and west, ranging from Wednesday all the way into our next Sunday, March 4th, all the way through March 7th, or 8th, excuse me. We are expecting heavy rainfall out of this system here, and severe weather is possible, and this rainfall that we should see will help diminish the drought conditions that are ongoing across the Arklatex as of right now. And here is the increased risk for severe weather for Wednesday, March 4th, and it shows that those in the far northwestern corner of the Arklatex, around I-30 and northward, are under that slight risk for severe weather. And there's also a small slither of the Arklatex in the far northwestern portions of the Arklatex there under a slight risk of severe weather for our Friday, March 6th here. But in terms of the rainfall, we should see a great deal of rainfall. Some areas getting upwards of 4 inches by the time this is all said and done. Areas around I-30 more than likely seeing around 3 inches. Around I-20 close to 1 to 2 inches. And at the least, we could see around 3/4 of an inch to an inch in those far southeastern portions of the Arklatex. But a good deal of rainfall is expected for many states within the plains, as you can see, like plain states like Arkansas, Missouri, seeing upwards of 4 inches of rainfall, all the way extending into portions of Illinois and Indiana. Even Ohio, western Ohio, could see upwards of 4 inches of rainfall through the next 7 days. And our drought conditions, as you can see, the rainfall looks to be falling in the right places, as there's still extreme drought ongoing in places near Mount Pleasant and Ida Belt, and even near the Queen up there in southwestern Arkansas, and many areas still dealing with severe drought. So we desperately need this rainfall that is on the way. Little to no rain is expected as we start off the new work week, but temperatures will slowly rise, and those rain chances will slowly rise as we move into the middle to late part of the work week as well. And we should see an increased risk for severe weather for Wednesday and Friday at least, but we'll get more details on the severe chances as we get closer in time, and there's substantially higher rain chances as we approach the next weekend. So make sure to stay weather aware, and we'll keep you first alert to the latest details as we get closer in time.